Good morning. Today is Thursday. It is Gimel Nisan, Tafshin Ayin Zayin. We are in Teres Menachem Sefer Mamar Tafshin Yud Gimel in the second Mamar of Purim. Al Kein Karu Layomim Hoeileh Purim. We are.
Dalit, I believe, is it?
We finished. Yeah, we finished Gimel. We're up to Eis Dalit. Page Kuf Yud Beis at the top. The Rebbe explained here that Yom Kippur and Purim are similar. They have common factors in two aspects. The Rebbe pointed out specifically two aspects. One is the fact that on both of them we find the idea of Geirel, a lottery. On Purim, the lottery of Haman. On Yom Kippur, the lottery in relation to the two goats. And both of them are rooted in a level which is beyond the chain order of creation, beyond Hishtalshalus, beyond Yud Kei Vovkei, the Hashem's name Yud Kei Vovkei, which denotes Hishtalshalus, Yud being Chochma, Hei Bina, Vov the six Midas, and the last Hei Malchus. Both of them are beyond that. On Purim, of course, Hashem's name isn't mentioned in the Megillah at all. And on Yom Kippur, it says Lifnei Havayat Yithoru, that we cleanse ourselves, we become purified in front of Hashem, before Hashem. But Lifnei also means prior or higher, preceding, because the kapora, the atonement, the purification, comes from a level which is beyond the level of godliness as manifest in Yud Kei Vovkei. The Rebbe explained that Geirel, a lottery, is beyond even the point from which the Yud begins. The Yud begins from a point, the Koisei Shel Yud, an edge. That denotes Rotzain, the level of desire, will. Geirel is even beyond will. So, in simple terms, or to simplify it, we have Hishtalshalus, which would be, in terms of mitzvahs, in terms of our relationship with Hashem and what we should and shouldn't do, that would be Hashem's will insofar as mitzvahs are concerned. There are the do's and the don'ts. This is proper, this is not proper, right? That's within a certain framework. That is Hashem's Rotzain, Hashem's will as it is clothed in mitzvahs. You then have the Baal HaRotzain, the one who wills, or the one who wants, which is higher than his will. He is the one who wants. And then you have Geirel, which is even beyond that. Okay?
Okay.
Or as the Rebbe over here at this point is explaining actually that the Baal HaRotzain is the level of Geirel. So you have mitzvahs, or you have Yud Kei Vovkei. You then have the Hashem's Rotzon, Hashem's will, and then you have the Baal HaRotzain. The Koisei Shel Yud, the edge of the Yud is Rotzain. Geirel is even beyond that, even beyond the edge of the Yud. Now the Rebbe goes on in Dalit to explain the connection and.
Just actually, what about Chayfetz, desire?
He doesn't go into over here. He doesn't go into
the hierarchy, because
he doesn't
higher than the will is normally desire.
Or
That's
tainuk,
all.
pleasure. But he doesn't go into that here, into those nuances. He's just speaking generally, Hishtalshalus, Rotzain, and Baal HaRotzain. Okay? So now in Dalit, the Rebbe goes on and explains in the deeper sense the connection between the two interpretations. The two aspects in which Purim. Up until here, the Rebbe explained the connection between the two aspects in which Purim and Yom Kippur are similar. Right? That being that they're both from beyond Lifnei Havaya, beyond Havaya, higher than Yud Kei Vovkei, therefore it fits in seamlessly with the aspect that both are connected to Geirel. Now, the Rebbe is going to explain the two definitions in Yom Kippur. Yom Kippurim literally means a day of atonement, a day of cleansing, a day of atonement, right? And in the deeper interpretation that the Rebbe brought, based on the Tikkun Zohar, he said that Yom Kippurim also means a day like Purim, which means to say that Purim is higher than Yom Kippur, and Yom Kippur is compared to Purim. So based on what we just learned, says the Rebbe in Eis Dalet on the top of page Kuf Yud Beis, based on this we could explain the connection between the two definitions, the two interpretations of Yom HaKippurim. What are the two definitions? Number one, that on this day all undesirable matters are forgiven. Kippurim kipshutei. This would be the literal definition of Purim, Kippurim, right? Atonement, cleansing. And the second definition in Purim, the second definition in Yom Kippurim, Purim, that this day is like Purim. And the Rebbe says in the brackets, Shadim Yom Kippurim lePurim Hu. In what way is Yom Kippur similar to Purim, compared to Purim? It's in the fact that Yom Kippurim Pilu Geirol, that on Yom Kippur lots were drawn, K'may Purim, just like on Purim, Al Shema Pur Hu HaGeirol, which is named after the Pur, which is the Geirol, the lot. What is the connection between these two interpretations in Yom Kippurim? Says the Rebbe, Kishlei Musaka Poral in Yanim Sha'oso Hei Pachorotz in the Teiro Mitzvahs. When is the atonement for matters that were done against Hashem's will in the fulfillment of Torah and Mitzvahs? When is that complete? That is when this forgiveness, this cleansing is drawn down, comes and stems from a level of Hashem's infinite light, Baal Harotzen, the owner of the will, which is beyond the will of Hashem in Torah and Mitzvahs. Let's just pause for a second and look at that. How does atonement work? What does it mean? Or rather, what does it mean that there is Hashem's will in Torah and Mitzvahs, and then there's the level of Hashem as He is the owner of that will, prior to Him, so to speak, wanting Torah and Mitzvahs? What does that mean? So let me quote you a Medrash. The Medrash says, this is in Bereishis Rabbah. Rabbi Abo v'Rabchi Rabbah. Rabbi Abo Omar. Rabbi Abo says, Mitchilas b'riyoseh shel Olam, from the beginning of the creation of the world, Tzofa HaKadosh Baruch Hu b'maseim shel tzadikim u'maseim shel rashoim. Hashem looked, or foresaw, or looked at the deeds of tzadikim and the deeds of the rashoim, the deeds of the righteous and the deeds of the wicked. Hadohu dichsiv, this is what it says, this is the meaning of the verse in chapter 1 in Tilim. Ki yedei Hashem derech tzadikim, that Hashem knows the ways of tzadikim and derech Hashem tevet, etc. Right? When did this take place? From the beginning of creation. Then it brings another verse. V'ha'aretz hoisasoyu v'vayu, the earth was desolate and barren. This is a reference to what? To the actions, to the activities of, the actions of the wicked. Then the verse carries on in the beginning of Bereshis. And God said, let there be light. These are the actions of the deeds of the righteous. However, I do not know which one Hashem desires. Which one Hashem wants. Does He want does He want the activities, the actions, the deeds of these, or the deeds of these? Meaning to say, we don't know whether He wants the deeds of the righteous or the deeds of the wicked. Being that the verse carries on, once the verse states, later on in Bereshis, in the beginning, and God saw that the light is good. From here we see that He desires what? The deeds of the righteous, and He doesn't want the deeds of the wicked. Tamod the Medrash is strange. What do you mean? How can you say that? You know, these are wicked deeds of the wicked. These are the deeds of the righteous. Is there any doubt which one is acceptable, which one is desirable? So that's the point that the Rebbe is explaining here, or alluding to here. When we say that Hashem wants a mitzvah and despises an avera, that this is good and this is not good, this is an acceptable and desirable type of deed and this is not, this is once Hashem chose, or once Hashem says, this is what I want. So in other words, when take a person wanting something. You could want something because logically the seichel tells you this is good and this is not good. You could want something or despise something because you have a certain nature. Your nature gives you a tendency causes you to tend to want this and to despise something else. And on that basis, it's predictable, right? You could say this is good and this is not good. This is what this person will choose. This is what the person will not choose. Here he seems to imply in the Medrash that we need to look into the Chumash and to see what Hashem, we need to look into the Torah and to see what Hashem wants. Without that we wouldn't know. Why? Because when we talk about Rotzei, pure desire, devoid of Sechel, devoid of any form, devoid of anything driving it in one direction or another, you wouldn't know. It's once that Rotzei, once that desire is already put into some kind of a context, into some kind of a shape, then you say, okay, I want this. Why? Because I think the characteristics that this has is good. Once we already know what's
the object of which you desire, is that what you're saying?
Once we already know the object of which one desires, and it's based on certain characteristics and factors, either because of the object or because of my nature, we can then predict in other scenarios what would be desirable, what would be not. But before that, I don't know. So this is what the Medrash says. If you want to know what Hashem considers positive, what he considers negative, you have to look at the Torah. If it says Vayar the Kim which is Masem Tzadikim, Hashem desired the deeds of the righteous because it's good, because he wanted light because it's good, and this is a reference to the deeds of the righteous. Now I know that righteous deeds, Hashem desires righteous deeds. Right. But what do we see from here? We see from here there is the Rotzen as it's already formed, Rotzen as it's already, it's already articulated in terms of Torah and Mitzvahs. This is good, this is not good. But then there's Rotzen which is beyond. We'll flesh it out a little bit more tomorrow, Mr. Shem, and from that we'll be able to understand what is Rotzen, what's Baal HaRotzen, the owner of the Rotzen, and then what's Geidel, which is even beyond both of them. Continue, Mr. Shem, tomorrow.